Mr. Darren
Yo,
Till.
what's
We could
happening?
not have timed this out any better. How are you, sir?
What's happening, mate? You okay?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I think this might be the first time we've met in person,
we've
right?
never met in person, no.
Wow. Well, thank you for coming.
No problem.
We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Welcome to the studio.
It's lovely, mate.
What do you think?
It's lovely, yeah.
It's a little different.
All the icons.
Yes.
It's lovely.
When are we going to get one of yours?
As soon as I get that belt.
Yeah, it would be nice. By the way, I have something for you.
Okay, mate.
You've been talking a lot about donuts.
Yeah.
I got you a box of American donuts, my friend.
Thanks, mate.
Look, and this is a great time for donuts. The Halloween themed donuts. How about that?
This as well. I've literally just went to Dunkin'.
Oh
and
my!
got 12, so I've
Did
got,
you really?
I've got 24 now.
There you go.
Thanks, mate.
I know
Thank you
you've been very excited about the donuts. I wanted
Yeah, I
to,
have.
because you're here on holiday, right?
Yeah. I'm not here for the UFC. Like,
Wow.
This is just spare of the moment thing. I booked it like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I'm just here for.
You're
4
here with
days.
your missus.
Yeah. She's backstage. So 4 days here.
But are you going to stick around for the
No, I
fight?
can't because I have an MMA show on Friday. My own MMA promotion.
You have a
It's
promotion?
like an amateur show. It's LWCC MMA.
Okay.
So that's on Friday. So I can't miss it. So
Where's that?
it's in Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in like the city centre. So I couldn't miss it. Otherwise, I would have stayed.
So you just decided to come here to celebrate the win. You booked this.
Yeah, because I've had such a tough year. I've had loads of fights. I was like, I've never seen New York. I was talking about it, so I thought I'm gonna go for like 4 days after the fight. So
First time here?
first time.
What do you think?
I mean, it's amazing. It's breathtaking.
Really?
Everything about it. Like I've travelled the world, but it is breathtaking. Honest to God. Like
What's your favorite thing so far?
I don't know. I'm just taking all in the sight. It's just crazy. The traffic. There's permanently taxis beeping.
Yeah.
Where did we go? We've been to I went to Times Square.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The
honestly,
lights.
mate. It's unbelievable. I've never seen nothing like it in my life.
Yesterday was crazy rain.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What did
I
you
was
do?
just rocking around in the
Really?
rain. Yeah.
You didn't care?
No, not at all.
I mean, you're from England, so you don't really.
But I don't give a fuck anyway.
But that was pretty crazy. Like
Yeah, it
that was
crazy.
intense
It
rain.
didn't stop all day.
I know. It didn't stop. So I feel bad for a tourist who's here. You can't really go out and about, but you didn't care.
No, I didn't care, mate. I was
Unbelievable.
bouncing about.
Okay, so did you hear some of that?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think of that guy?
He's funny. He's funny. You know what I mean?
You enjoy his shtick.
Yeah, I like the way he talks. It's funny, you know. He's building a fight. We need to fight, but he shouldn't have signed that contract with Santiago because we could have fought. Now I wouldn't have had this holiday. I would have just got straight back in the gym.
You would have been down.
Yeah, we could have fought. I'm down to. I will fight anyone. I don't care. I'll fight anyone. And he will. So he shouldn't have signed that contract. And he's just said then like he wants me to wait. I want to wait for that cunt now, I want to fight him so much. I will fucking knock him straight out.
Yeah.
So he can fight, and I can fight, and I want to fight him. So let's hope that the UFC don't book me against anyone else. I've mentioned I wants to fight Thompson. Mm-hmm. He's fighting Masvidal because I think me and him would be a great striking match. But the fight right now it looks like is Mike Perry.
It is.
That's what it looks like. It is.
That's the one I want to see next. That's one everyone wants.
Everyone wants to see it.
But are you gonna wait for him?
I don't. It depends. He's got a tough fight in Santiago. Don't look like Santiago's one of the best strikers in the division. Can he get past Santiago? I don't know. That's a good fight. I don't really want to give too much away in it, but how long would I have to wait after the fight?
Yeah.
Does he beat Santiago? So if he doesn't beat Santiago, he's coming off a loss, I'm coming off a win. We can't fight then.
Right.
So, how long do I have to wait for Mike Perry?
I feel like we're playing with fire here, and that's why there's so much heat between you two. Yeah. That's the one I want to see next. You know what I mean?
He's booked. I was booked against Cerrone.
Right.
So now...
If they just waited a week or two...
The fight got booked 4 days before my fight with Cerrone. He announced it and obviously Santiago did.
Right.
So if he could have just waited a few more days, we could have fought right now.
And were you aware of all this? Because when you got on the mic, you said, Mike Perry, we were supposed to fight. So were you aware that there was some talk of maybe you guys fighting? And then were you upset when you heard that he had signed?
No, because we had a little bit of shit talk on Twitter. And then I thought maybe after the Cerrone fight, whoever won out of me and Cerrone would get Mike Perry. Obviously, I knew I was going to win, and then that fight just got booked out the blue, and I was like, fuck, the fight's been booked. So I was like, we were meant to fight, because if he wouldn't have had the fight booked, I would have just said, we need to fight. Are you ready? Because I am not injured at all. So we could have just fought. We could have fought next month. But now he's booked.
I feel like someone.
So there's not on my part.
No,
I'm ready to fight. He's booked it. He's had to sign the contract. He needs to get paid. But that fight could have been made in my hometown.
This is like, like when my dad was like, yeah, I saw the toy that you wanted at the store and I was gonna buy it for you, but maybe next time. It's like it's right there, but it's not there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was just so magical. Have you watched that again? You two screaming at each other?
I've got it on my phone.
It's incredible.
It's amazing.
You can't even script those. Those are moments that just happen.
Yeah,
and
because everyone's saying like you need to bask in the ambience of your win.
Yeah.
But okay, I've won. I'm looking at Mike Perry. That's the fight I want right now. It's so straight away when I called him out and we were having the trash talk. The commentators were like, "Well, Till needs to enjoy his win. I don't want him now. I want to fight Mike Perry."
And you knew he was there the whole time.
Yeah, I looked at him. I was looking at him. I'm in the cage. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at other guys. Yeah, I knew he was there, of course.
What about this encounter that he's talking about? You outside? Were you really walking barefoot?
No, I was in my trainers. I'd just finished cutting weight.
Okay.
I'd finished, and the sauna was over the other side from the hotel.
Okay.
So I'm walking with all my guys, and I seen him, and I was like, "We're going to talk to each other," because obviously we were talking to you. And he's like, "It's cold," and I was like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm on weight and that." And he's like, Good for you. Just don't get sick and that." And I'm like, "Thanks." Like, we didn't even talk shit. He was worried about me health.
Wow. He really cares about you.
Yeah, he must care about me.
But you weren't barefoot.
No, I wasn't barefoot.
Okay. He said that you had to get a Tetris shot. I think he meant tetanus shot. But
Tetanus.
He's great.
He's boss.
By the way, how much you weigh right now?
Oh, mate, what do you think? I'm a
I
looking
don't
big.
know. I don't want to insult you.
I reckon about 94, 95 kg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're like pushing 200 pounds or so.
More, 200 pounds is 90, so that's like what, 210,
Wow.
215?
That is unbelievable. Yeah. Have you been eating a lot this past week?
I haven't stopped eating. I'm trying everything. So where did we go? What did I eat? I had a bunch of food in TikTok diner.
Okay, yeah.
We're staying in the New Yorker.
Yeah.
I ordered 3 plates of food.
3 plates?
3 plates. I ordered a pastrami burger.
Okay.
I ordered pancakes and I ordered steak and eggs.
Oh my God.
And then we were going past Chipotle and I was like, I want a Chipotle. And then I was like, I want donuts and I just want this and I want that.
Can't stop.
Can't stop, mate.
Are you always like this? Or?
No. This is the week after my fight. So this week I will eat anything and then come Monday I'll probably go back to the gym and just eat normal.
Okay.
So I'm not like this all the time.
This is you celebrating.
This is me celebrating the biggest win of my career. I wasn't meant to come to New York. I just spare of the moment. So yeah, right now I'm huge, but I'll get back down to about 91, 90, and then that's my weight I like to be at.
So what was last week like for you back home? A lot of people coming up to you, getting noticed. What was it like?
It was amazing.
Yeah?
It was good before that, but it was amazing. Like couldn't go out. People just wanting photos, pictures, whatever, and everyone's saying how proud I've done the city. And how much they want to get it to the Echo Arena, which is, everyone has got a dream of fighting in Vegas, the MSG, but I just want to fight in my hometown. That's my dream.
Is there any more talks of that?
I don't know. I put a post on Instagram and Dana White liked it. I put a post
really?
Like, can we fight at the Echo? And I tagged Dana and he liked it.
Okay.
So, I don't know what that means, but he liked the photo.
Yeah.
So if it comes,
no one from the UFC has reached out to you, called you, said, okay, we have these plans for you. We want to do this. Well,
they said that they had a date in March for England.
Okay.
And then one of the guys, Matt, who works the Europe side, he was like, we have a date in March, but we don't know what we're doing. I don't know what he was on about, like London or something, but I said, can't we just get Liverpool, please? So I don't know whether they're thinking or what, but me and Mike Perry in Liverpool,
Oh my gosh. That would sell out in 10 seconds.
60 seconds, it just would
Easy.
sell out.
Just you two on the card, no one else.
Yeah.
It would sell out.
That's true.
It probably would.
It would sell out 1,000,000%.
Unbelievable.
Ariel, you don't understand what them Liverpool fans are like, mate. They're crazy. Trust me.
There's a sort of irony to you like being recognized now everywhere and being a star because you had to leave Liverpool because of the issues, the stabbing. You went to Brazil, and now like you can't. There's nowhere to hide, right? Like now you're a celebrity.
Yeah. Well, because everyone knows the story as well. Because like I was getting into trouble in Liverpool, and then I got into trouble in a nightclub, got stabbed, and then they all know my story of going to Brazil, and then going over there to do what I set out to do, and then coming back sort of like a little bit of a star. So everyone just looks at that story and goes, "Fuck that guy!" He did it. Made a lot of sacrifice and he did it.
Yeah.
It's a fun story. They're gonna do a film about it one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me.
You believe it?
Yeah, I believe it. Trust me.
One thing that a lot of your friends have said over the last 24 hours to me is, I want to see. Okay, the Perry thing was good, but I want to see Darren Till fight Colby Covington because what he said about Brazil.
Yeah, well,
because you can represent Brazil as well.
I've had about 1,000 messages from Brazilians.
Really?
angry as well, saying they want me to kill Colby. He's disrespected our country and he's disrespected you. And, you know, he really did. Why did he do that? That was ridiculous.
So I went on this little rant at the beginning of the show where I said what he did was, you know, he's playing the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't cross the line. He went up to the line, but he didn't cross the line.
Yeah.
And what he said was, you know, this place is a dump and you guys are filthy animals.
Yeah.
But you could say that about any place in the world. Like it wasn't specific to Brazilians. Now, Brazilians are upset and they have every right to be.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I don't think he was offensive or racist or anything like that. So they're riled up and that's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think like he did anything where he needs to be punished.
No.
This is the fight game, right? The whole point is to rile people up.
No, yeah, he doesn't have to get in trouble.
Like the fact that people are coming to you and saying, we want you to shut him up means what he's doing is working.
It's working, yeah.
Right?
As you've just said, the welterweight division right now is so interesting.
It's the most.
People want me to kill Cole because he's disrespected Brazil. Me and Mike Perry. You've got the other guys. It's fucking.
It's Usman's going nuts about Cole. Like
Usman's tagging me on Instagram. He wants to fight me.
It's great.
It's amazing.
But do you feel a sort of sense like are you offended by what he's saying about Brazil?
I'm not offended. I just think it was stupid. I think Colby's trying to be like this bad guy trash talker, but it's coming off a bit like ungenuine. Like it's like he's forcing it.
It's fake.
It's like fake. Yeah. It's like
he's trying too hard.
Yeah, you're trying too hard. Just be genuine, and people will like it. Like not a lot of people are liking him, like because he's coming off as fake. Just be real, and everyone will like you. Just be a genuine person. Do you know?
I know you're here on vacation, but did you watch the fight?
I've seen bits of it. You know, Colby's got good wrestling. He's a really good wrestler, but. The striking department, don't even think about it. I fucking not in my realm. Do not. He just got outstruck by Damian Maia. There's no disrespect to Damian, but I ain't on levels like them. I'm not on Mike Perry's level. I'm not on anyone's level.
Where would you put yourself? Like, are you like Wonder Boy?
I am the best striker in the welterweight division. There's no doubt about it, Ariel. They come into this world thinking that they can strike with me, and I just bring them into a false sense of security. I always call it unidentified pressure. I like the weekend, you know, you can say what you want about Cowboy being a lightweight, but before the fight, everyone was saying Cowboy's just going to smack me up on that. So isn't it so ironic how that I've just beat Cowboy and people are saying, well, Cowboy's not a welterweight. Well, he is a welterweight because he's just beat a load of welterweights.
Sure.
So don't discredit my work. The striking department is my department and no one can deal with me in there. And Mike Perry hits hard in that, but it doesn't mean anything. I can take a fucking shot and he wouldn't even catch me. I'd just jab him everywhere and knock him straight out. This is just the truth. They just cannot deal with my striking. That is the truth, Ariel.
Were you surprised Colby beat Damian?
Yeah, I expected Damian to win. That was the surprise, but Colby's good. Colby is good. He's a good fighter.
Who do you think is like your biggest, threat right now at 170? Like when you see, okay, I'm going to be the king. You think you're going to be the king. You think you're going to be the king in multiple divisions. Who right now do you see as like, okay, this will be my guy, like my foil once I get to the top? Do you see anyone right now who's close to you?
I think like if I had to pick, I think like Wonder Boy and Woodley. I think they're the two hardest fights.
Okay.
I think Woodley because he's such a powerful guy. He's a powerful wrestler, and he does hit hard. And just because Thompson, he's a really great striker. So I think them two. But apart from that, I don't see anyone.
Some people have accused Woodley of now that he's a champ, he kind of plays it safe. Do you believe that?
Well, it doesn't fucking matter. If he wins the fight, he wins the fight.
Yeah.
That's the mindset of a loser right there. It does not matter how he fights. Obviously, he's not going to get these crazy big pay-per-views from Dana because no one wants to watch him. But if you can't beat the fucking champion, well, that's it. So that's a loser's mindset. It doesn't matter how Tyron fights. If Tyron beats you, he beats you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if he runs away from Damian for 5 rounds, as people said. He won the fight, so he won.
But do you think there's truth to it?
To which?
To playing it safe?
Well, yeah, there is.
Yeah.
But as I've said, I'm not Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
When I go out there...
Would you do that?
I just go out to fucking fight. I don't give a fuck. I don't go out thinking, shit, well, I need to be safe and just try and grind a 5-round win out here. I don't think like that. I just go out to strike and fight. Like, my area is not wrestling or jiu-jitsu. My area is fucking hating people. That's my area. I get a thrill of fucking hating people and getting hit back. So for me, I don't think about them things. But all these people saying, well, he's playing it safe. Even Dana said it doesn't really matter because he's winning the fights.
Right.
Obviously, Tyron's not going to become a big draw fighting like that, but he's still a champ. No one's been able to beat him. That's my mindset.
You started this when you were like 12 years old?
Yeah, like 12, 11.
When was your first fight? 15?
First professional Muay Thai fight was 15, yeah.
How'd you get a professional fight at 15?
I don't know. I think we said I was 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's we?
Me and my coach.
Would your parents around?
Yeah, they were around.
What'd they say about it?
They didn't have a say in the matter. I was going to do what I was going to do.
Really?
Yeah.
You were that kind of kid?
Yeah, I was that kind of kid. Yeah, like
your dad says, I don't want you to do this.
Well, no, he was all for it, but like, you know, my mum was like, you know, I think at the start, no one ever really, because I used to say, I don't want to go to school, I don't want a job, I'm going to be a professional fighter. I'm going to be the best, yeah. And
how old were you when you were saying this?
I was, as soon as I started in the gym, like 11, but then when it come real from fighting like 15 professionally, I was literally like, this is my life and I will be the greatest in it. And you know, everyone, it goes on one ear and goes out the other. But then when you start doing certain things, and up to this point now, people are like, fucking hell, he said that 10 years ago. Why didn't we listen to him?
Wow. So like, who inspired you to start saying this? Like, are you a kid, you see something on TV and you're like, wow, I want to be that guy?
No one.
How did it start? Where did the dream come from?
Just in the gym.
Who introduces you to martial arts?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Was he a martial artist?
No, he wasn't. He just took me down to like the local Muay Thai gym and left me to it.
Were you like a troublemaker?
Yeah, I was a trouble kid. Like,
okay.
You know.
What were you doing?
Just a trouble kid, you know, just getting into trouble.
Getting into fights?
Getting into fights. Just fucking stealing from the shops.
Really?
Yes, smoking weed.
Oh, man.
All that shit what kids do. You know, I was a trouble kid. I was hanging around with the wrong people. And
why were you doing that?
Just in the area, just the friends you grow up with. Just you don't know nothing else.
Was it boring? Like you just were looking for excitement?
No, you just do it. You with your mates, you get a plan and you say, let's go and rob the shop.
Oh my God.
So we went
what are you robbing?
Yeah, sweets.
Okay.
So
are you getting caught?
Got caught loads of times. I was a bad robber.
What happens when you get caught?
No, we got caught a few times by like the shop owners and that, and he'd try and get us and he'd run after us, but never got caught as in got caught and took to the police station. But yeah, I was like a bit of a trouble kid. But then like when my dad took me there, because I was such a tall kid, they threw me straight in with the adults class. So I'll never forget like sparring with the adults, and they used to give me a good kicking and hiding. And I used to go and I used to think, you bastards, like wait till I get bigger. And then when I started getting like 15, I was just taking the adults out. And I was
really?
Like, yeah, I was like...
And they were going full force on you?
Yeah, full force. They used to really take it out on me. And I was like, I used to go home overnight and I was thinking, I cried sometimes. I was like, you bastards, I'm going to get you all back. And I did. I got everyone.
Same guys?
Same guys. I got all of them back. I remember I used to just sit in the ring waiting for them. I was like, come on, let's get in my ring now. And I used to just fuck them up.
And so you're like 11, 12, 13, 14, you're doing this. It's strictly Muay Thai?
Yeah, it was always Muay Thai. Boxing, a little bit of boxing involved, but it was always like Muay Thai.
When did you start to go into the other martial arts?
17, I spoke to, Terry Etten, don't you?
Yep.
I sent him a message on Facebook and I asked if I could come down and do some private lessons. And he said yes. So I started doing like private lessons every week with Terry. And then he asked me, he said, why don't you start training here? And I said, okay, I will. Can I come? So he said, yeah, come to sparring tonight. So I went down to sparring and there was everyone on the mat, Terry Etten, Paul Kelly, Paul Sass, Paul Taylor.
Wow.
They were all there and it was like the Shark Tank. They were waiting for me.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, this is a setup.
And did you know who they all were?
Yeah, I knew them, but like...
Were they UFC fighters at this point?
They were UFC fighters,
wow.
Yeah. But I went down to the Muay Thai class sparring and I was like, this is a setup. And Terry fucking battered me.
Really?
Yeah, dropped me twice with body shots. Everyone was just trying to beat me and I was like, I'm the new kid, so they're trying to kill me. But
they put you through the ringer? They wanted to see if you were tough enough?
Yeah, they wanted to see if I had it. And, I got through it. And
how bad was it?
It was bad.
Really?
Terry at that point was just an animal.
Oh my gosh.
And he battered me, yeah.
Were you annoyed that he did that, or did you understand why he did it?
No, because I just went home. I was like, I will fucking get you back. Trust me.
Wow. How long did it last?
It's up till today. It doesn't stop. In Carbon, in Team Carbon, it just doesn't stop. You're permanently getting...
Where's Assassin go these days? I haven't heard from him.
He's in stock marketing.
Oh, really?
He's making a fortune.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Private jets, here, there.
You're kidding?
No, swear to God.
He's actually smart. He got out.
He got out.
Really?
Yeah.
So no more training?
He comes now and then, but I don't think he'll fight again.
Can't be bothered.
No.
Really? Private jets, all that?
Private jets.
He's killing it.
He's killing it.
Smart guy.
Yeah, smart guy.
Wow.
Hats off to him.
Did you see a colleague of mine, Peter Carroll, who I know you've talked to, spoke to Paul Kelly on his one day out?
Did you see the article? Yeah. It was amazing.
What was that like to read that stuff that he was saying about you?
Yeah, because like when I say I don't have idols on that, I don't, but like I look up to all them guys, Paul Kelly, Terry and that, because I come through the gym and they were all the big stars in UFC.
Yeah.
Just to see him saying that about myself is, it's overwhelming. And obviously we all know the position Paul's in, he's in jail. So just to see him have the time to do that, it's fucking overwhelming.
I couldn't imagine what it was like for you before your fight to read that.
Yeah, I read it before my fight.
Right.
2 days before, I think.
Yeah. Did it get you emotional?
Yeah, it did, because I was like, wow, I got shivers in that. I was like, fucking hell, like, is that what he thinks of me?
Yeah.
You know.
When's the last time you talked to him?
2 days ago. He's WhatsApping me in jail.
How?
You tell me.
So you've kept in contact with him this whole
all
time?
the time.
What the heck?
I know.
Really?
His Qual's a good friend. He's close.
You can have a phone in jail?
I don't know. Ariel.
You don't want to get him in trouble.
You speak to him.
Yeah. Holy smokes. And Terry, what can you tell us about him? He's at the gym?
Terry's at the gym every day.
He's okay?
He's okay. You seen him in Poland, right? He was in my corner.
I didn't see him.
He was in my corner.
He was in your corner?
He was in my corner, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't recognize him.
Yeah, funny story. Like, so we had a room next to each other, me and Terry. And like, I keep telling everyone this, every 5 minutes, Terry would knock on my door, all excited. He would run in and he'd be like, I can't wait for your fight. And then he'd run back out.
That's it?
And then he'd do it again 5 minutes later, and then he'd just keep doing it. I was like, he's so excited for this, because it was a little bit of historic, because I'm the first Scouser to ever main event at UFC.
Of course.
He was so excited. And he was part of the camp area. Like, he beat me up every day for the camp.
So he's okay?
He's okay. He's fine.
What happened?
I don't know. Life just gets to you sometimes.
Right.
I think, you know, I've never spoke to him about it. You know, it's not my place really, but he's fine in the head, and, you know, we all go through a little bit of tough times. Whatever happened. Did
you visit him in the hospital?
No, I didn't.
How come?
I don't. He was only in for 2 days, and
that's it.
Yeah.
After getting hit by a bus.
Yeah, tough guy, mate. Tough guy. He didn't have any marks or anything. Apparently, like, hit the bus head first, and his face was fine. But I don't think Cole wanted me to visit him or not, and we just let Terry come to the gym, and like 2 weeks later after it happened, he came to the gym.
Okay.
So Cole...
You never addressed it though?
No, I've never addressed it. I'd rather not.
Okay.
You know.
What was it like for you to be the first Scouser, Liverpoolian? What do you prefer, Liverpoolian or Scouser?
Scouser.
What is Scouser? Like, where does that word come from?
I think that if I'm right with my history, when the Scousers came from Ireland, emigrated to Liverpool, they used to make, it was called a pan of scouse, and it's like a pan of stew, you know, stew.
Yeah.
But it's different because we put beetroot in the stew, and dumplings and whatever, and it was called a pan of scouse. So I think that's where it comes from, if I'm right with my history.
Okay.
I think I am right.
People will correct you, by the way.
Hopefully, if I'm wrong, but I think I am right.
Okay. So you prefer Scouser over Liverpoolian?
Scouser, yeah, I'm a Scouser.
Why do you prefer, is there a difference?
Liverpoolian's sort of like a guy who supports Liverpool. Because we have two teams, and I support Liverpool, but I'm all for
What's
two teams.
What's the other one? Everton?
Everton, yeah. They're right next to each other as well. I grew up in the middle of the stadiums, like my street. It was
really?
Yeah, in Walton. But like Liverpoolian is someone who supports Liverpool. A Scouser, everyone in Liverpool is a Scouser. Okay.
So, I never knew that. So Liverpoolian is only someone who supports the Liverpool football club.
You can call any guy a Liverpoolian, but more or less, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you got to go to the stadium recently. You were walking on the pitch.
Well, I actually played football at the stadium one time when I was a kid. Yeah, I used to play football, yeah.
Wow.
And they picked a group of lads out of all leagues in Liverpool to play like the special 11, and I was one of the guys.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, this was...
Who'd you play against?
Just another bunch of lads. And it was
what was that like for a kid to play there?
It was amazing. It was called the All-Stars team. It was fucking...
Did you get to meet any of the guys?
No, we just played. I think there was a few players, but I couldn't remember it. It was so long ago.
Who's your favorite?
Steven Gerrard.
That's the guy, right?
Yeah.
Number 9? Was he number 9?
Steven Gerrard was number 17.
Okay.
He had a few numbers, but 17 sticks out.
That's your guy?
Yeah.
And he's retired, right?
He's retired. I've just met him recently, first time in my life.
Where?
In Liverpool.
Okay.
Met him the first
just
time.
on the street?
It was about like a sponsor. Him and this guy have got this company set up of water, Angel Water it's called, Revive, and they want to bring me on board. So I was able to meet like a legend.
What was that like?
It was amazing.
Did he know who you were?
Yeah, he said he watched the fight and that, so I was like, whoa.
Was this pre-Cerrone or post-Cerrone?
Post-Cerrone, yeah.
Oh, you just met him?
Just met him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like a couple of days ago?
A couple of days ago, yeah.
Wow. He said he watched the fight.
Yeah, he says like, I was jumping up and down. I was like...
You're kidding.
Don't say that to me.
Steven Gerrard. Everyone knows him.
Everyone knows him. He's a legend in the city.
Yeah.
Legend.
He still lives there?
Still lives there, yeah. Him and his girlfriend.
Holy smokes. Yeah. Could you imagine a fight there? I saw you were talking about an octagon in the middle.
Yeah.
Because like Anthony Joshua this past weekend, you see that 75,000 in Wales.
People say boxing's dead. Boxing is
not dead.
It's amazing.
Especially with Joshua around. But why can't they do that with someone like you?
They can, Ariel. Listen, it's going to happen. Like, you do get certain guys saying they're the best and this and that. And people know when I say it, it's fucking true. And I believe it. And I say about the Echo Arena, And after the Echo, I'm talking Anfield. Like, I know all this will come true. This is what I know. It's no bullshit, I know. When I say I'm going to beat these guys, I know it. When I say I'm going to be champion in numerous divisions, I know it's going to happen. I'm not going to be a welterweight forever.
Yeah.
And people can say I'm arrogant or whatever, but it's not. It's just humble and confidence mixed together. I'm humble and I'm confident.
There's certain guys, when they say these things, you're like, you know, it feels like... But with you, I have to admit it, you could see you ramp up. Like, you really believe it.
I believe it. My mind doesn't say, hang on, let's question that. My mind also believes it as I'm saying it. Everything about me believes it. You know, when I get fights booked or whatever, when I think about things, I just know it's all going to happen. You know, we could talk about the Conor McGregor manifestation. I probably do the same. You know, I'm not like Conor in any way, shape or form. He's his own man, I'm my own.
Sure.
I believe everything I say. And when I say it, I do it. And it's not like I say it and don't do it. Like, I train harder than anyone. I put the work in. You know, you can call me a kid or whatever. Young, dumb, whatever Mike Perry just said. He hasn't got a fucking clue. He's just gone mentally in the head. It looks like he's talking about Tetris shots. What the fuck? But, you know, I just believe everything I say, Ariel.
When did you start to feel this, that you were going to be a multiple weight world champion, the best in the world? Like, it doesn't happen, you know, the first day. When did you feel like this was
like
actually...
in MMA now?
Yeah.
Like, this has been, I thought, like, in my mind for a few years now, like maybe 2, 3, just because how big I am as well. Like, I know that I can't stay at welterweight forever. And just the way you see a guy like Conor getting the 2, for me, now that's already been done. So now I need the 3.
You need the 3.
I need to beat him in that. And because when I say I want to be the greatest, I don't want people to question it and say, well, hang on, George St. Pierre, Conor, John Jones. I want people to say, well, Darren's at the top and they're all below Darren. That's what I see, and that's what will happen.
Did you see him at the event, Connor?
I seen him come in, but I didn't see him.
You didn't actually interact? No. Have you ever had interaction with him?
I've never seen him. The only time... No, I've never actually seen him. The only first time I ever seen Conor was when he was at my fight in Dublin. And then someone told me to check me Twitter. And I was like, why? And they were like, oh, Conor follows you. Oh. And I was like, oh, does he? Yeah. And I didn't follow him. I was like, shit, I'll have to follow him back. So, you know, he must have liked me Dublin fight. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's unbelievable what you've been doing, really. And the support that you're getting, it's very rare to have... You know, like Mike Perry, he's popular, but he doesn't have like a nation behind him, right? Not all... Colby, same thing. Yeah. You and Conor share that. You have a whole nation behind you.
Well, I have 2. Yeah. Conor has 1. That's true. I have Brazil, like...
Yeah. They consider you...
They consider me... Like, my friends have been messaging me from all over Brazil saying, Till, you're so famous in Brazil right now. Everyone's talking about you. And I'm like, that's so amazing. I'm going to Brazil soon as well.
Okay.
In like 2-3 weeks, yeah.
To do what?
To see my daughter.
Of course.
This is what I mean, Ariel. I haven't seen her for like over a year.
Wow, what's that like?
It's, what can I say? You know, you get guys, certain fighters, they say, oh, I'm away from my family for like a month. And I'm like,
can't imagine.
I'm like, you just got to stop crying, mate. I'm away from my daughter for a year. But it was all, I done it all for something. And it's worked out, is it not? You know.
How old is she?
She's nearly 4.
So she's 4 and you've not seen her for a year. They changed so much between 3 and 4.
She has. I see her on FaceTime.
You talk to her?
I see it. Everything has changed. She's not the daughter I knew. So it's like she's going to be a stranger when I see her. She still knows me, but she's a stranger. Yeah,
and it's hard to talk to them on FaceTime, right? Like, they have no attention span.
I hate it.
It's the worst.
I say to, like, her mother, I say, I hate speaking on FaceTime.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you've got to give time. I'm like, I want to, but I hate speaking on FaceTime because she's giving me no attention.
She's
doing other things.
And you take it personally, but you can't.
You can't because she's a child. She doesn't know any better.
Yeah. What was that decision like to leave, and you were leaving her, and you were going back home, and it's best for your career to go back home because your coach is there and your team is there, but now you're not going to see her anymore. How difficult was that when you said goodbye?
It was hard because I wasn't leaving Brazil and being sad about leaving everything behind. The only thing was my daughter. I was thinking, well, how long am I actually not going to see her for? And it's been a year now, so, you know, I don't know. I don't even know if I've dealt with it, but I have dealt with it. So it's just one of them, and I just, you know, I can't wait to see her. Can't wait to see her, to know that when I left her, up to now what I've done, what I've achieved in just a short time. And, you know, it's only the start and I haven't done anything of what I want to do, but this year's been a good year for me.
Sure.
You know.
Did you consider trying to bring her to England?
Yeah, at some point she's definitely going to come to England.
Yeah?
You know, I've had lots of trouble with the documents.
Okay.
Documents getting sent from Brazil to England is so hard. You know, like a passport, and there's like a waiting list, and it's like, do you have to go through it? I have to give authority. And I've already did that, but apparently I've sent not the right form off, so now I've got to do it all again.
Oh my. So. And you have the infamous tattoo over there.
Paige Van Zandt.
Yes. That's who it is now?
Well, I'm never going to get rid of it. But
I find that fascinating because here you are with you have a lovely new girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
She's okay with this?
She'll have to be. I'm not losing. I'm not.
It hasn't come up in conversation.
Well, yeah, we always talk.
You can change it, right? You can go over it.
I'm not like a petty guy.
Okay.
I don't care. That's just a part of my life now.
Okay.
So I don't really care. I'll never change it. I'll probably get things added on and that.
Okay.
But that's a part of my life. I'm not petty. Like, I'm not a guy who'd split up with my girlfriend and go, right, I'm going to delete all them photos off Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
That is petty behaviour.
Okay.
So
you don't mind.
So Paige can stay. I never forget the first interview when I said I didn't know who Paige was.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Now I know who she is.
And you really didn't?
No, I didn't. Well, she was just coming up, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was,
I'm not a guy who like studies MMA completely, so I really didn't know who she was.
Has she asked you to get rid of the tattoo?
Paige?
No, your girlfriend.
No, she's never mentioned it.
Okay.
No.
Maybe after this.
Maybe.
No, credit to her. I mean, I feel like a lot of women would say,
I don't
want to stare at someone else's face on my guy's arm, you know? It's pretty big. It's like your
it's
whole...
huge.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, and it's very, very well done.
It is. It's very well done.
Yeah. When you were doing it, did you think like, oh, maybe, you know?
I don't think it. I don't care. I just do. I don't think.
I respect that. I overthink.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah.
Oh my God.
This New York trip wasn't planned 2 weeks ago.
That's unbelievable.
And I just went, shit, I want to go to New York. Okay, I'll go. That's how I think.
That's unbelievable.
I don't plan things a lot.
You're a spontaneous person.
I'm very, very like...
It's good to be that way.
Yeah, I think it is.
I overthink and overplan and scrutinize, and then you end up doing nothing.
Yeah, that's a bad way to be. It's not a bad way to be, but because you're stressing.
All day.
You're killing yourself over something you shouldn't do.
I know, just live life.
Just live life, yeah.
Have fun.
Like last night, we was meant to go out.
Yeah.
So we were in the room, right? So we're planning this great night out we're going to have. So we get dressed up, she's dressed up, and we're like, yeah, this is great. We're drinking beers. Then we get down to, from the New York, and we go to a bar right outside Madison Square Gardens called Lucy's. Do you know it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So we walk in, we're happy, we're going to get so drunk. And he goes, yeah, it's closed, guys. And we just went, what the fuck are we going to do? So we literally went to the 7-Eleven, got drinks, and just went back up the room.
That's it.
But we were happy. That's just living life, do you know what I mean? We wasn't bothered that we couldn't go on a night out.
Right.
You know, shouldn't stress over them things.
Well said. By the way, what's it like seeing MSG? Not in here, but like being right across the street.
It's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
I'll fight there one day.
Yeah,
I know I will.
That's a famous place.
Yeah,
Ali, Frazier. I mean, some of the greats have fought there.
MMA, Conor.
Yeah, well now Conor.
Bisping, GSP.
Right.
I'll fight there, Ariel.
Are you bummed that you can't stick around?
Yeah, I am. I've had people come ask for photos. That's overwhelming.
In New York?
Yeah.
Wow.
Some guy chased me down in the shop.
Wow.
Out of breath. He just wanted a photo. One other guy, and then outside the New Yorker, a few guys. So that's fucking crazy.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
You're surprised by it?
Very surprised. Very. Like in my own town, okay, but New York.
Yeah. And so you're a promoter for this organization, LW. What is it? LCC.
LWCC MMA.
Yeah.
I'm like the face of the promotion.
Oh wow.
And I have my partner, so we're doing an MMA show.
And where's the event?
It's going to be in the city centre in the Blackie. It's called
the Blackie.
The Blackie.
That accent is something else. Why do you guys sound different than the rest of England?
I don't know. English people can't understand us.
Yeah.
So you've got Geordies from Newcastle.
Oh right.
They're called Geordies.
Yeah.
You got Scousers. And you've got the Scottish.
Right.
They're the three accents that you cannot understand.
Yeah.
So Scottish people, Geordies, and Scousers.
Do you know why you guys do the?
I haven't got a clue, mate.
Is there something?
And I've actually tried to
fight it.
No, better mine a bit just for people who, outside.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
And then the best is when you do the Portuguese.
Yeah, when the Portuguese is like Scouts and Portuguese.
Incredible. Do the Brazilians love it as well when you talk like that?
Yeah, they love it.
It's just the best.
They laugh their heads off so much. Because
that was like when you came into the UFC, I was like rooting for you to win just so I can hear that in the post-fight interview. It's amazing.
And then the last one, when I was talking about the president and that, the Brazilians were mad for that.
Yeah, well, what were you talking about?
I was just talking about how the Brazilians all want a guy in. It's called Bolsonaro.
Okay.
They want him president in 2018. Like 90% of the population support him.
Yeah.
And I also do.
Okay.
So that's why I just give like a little message to them.
Wow. You're a political guy?
No, but when I was in Brazil, I got like involved in it because of my coach, Marcelo. We lived together and he used to always talk about this. So I was like, I'm interested in this. I wanna see what's going on.
Okay.
So I ended up like getting a big interest for it.
When your coach sent you to Brazil, why did you choose there?
Because we already knew Marcelo.
Okay.
He lived in England for 5 years.
Okay.
Now he speaks Brazilian Scouse.
Oh my God.
So he's a Brazilian who speaks Scouse. He doesn't speak English. So if he speaks, he'd be like, "What's happening, lad?" He speaks Scouse.
That's amazing.
I swear to God.
So he comes over too?
He lived there for 5 years and he comes over sometimes, yeah.
The guy who stabbed you, do you know who it is?
No.
You don't know?
He's just off in the wind.
Some guy.
Yeah.
You ever wonder who it is? They never caught him?
I don't know. I never ever like talked to the police or anything about it. Like,
you never did?
No. Like, I just didn't care.
You went to the hospital, right?
I was in the hospital for like a week or two and like...
It was almost next to your spine.
The doctor...
What happened? You're at a club.
I was at a club, a fight broke out with my mates. I seen it. Me being fucking crazy, I went over to try and confront about 20 lads. So we're fighting, and then on the cameras, you see while I'm fighting with the lads, this guy just comes up and just like stabs me twice in the back. Like, do you want to see the scars?
Oh, I'd love to. If you don't mind. Oh, wow. There you go. Holy smokes.
So he actually stabbed me twice. Once, he stabs me and walks away, but I didn't feel nothing, so I carried on fighting. And he comes back around the club and stabs me again.
Ah.
Yeah. So like
same
twice.
guy?
Yeah, same guy. So he's seen that I haven't fell off the first one, and then tried to, and I didn't fall still.
After the second?
Still didn't fall. Carried on fighting for like 20 minutes after.
Jeez.
Against the dorm and everyone. And then obviously it got to me, the adrenaline, and I just fell.
Okay.
And but the doctor said to me, if it was any more closer, like that much to my artery, he said I would have died instantly.
Oh my God.
So that was a lucky night.
And did you have any issues walking, or you just...
Yeah, I was on crutches when I got out of the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, and then obviously I couldn't train for like 4 months. But I was already in Brazil when I was all healed up.
Okay, and that's when your coach says, go over there to
No,
these guys.
as soon as I got out of the hospital, he said, go to Brazil right now.
I know these guys, go there, it's better for your career.
Yeah, right now, this is where you need to be because you've got too many distractions till. So just go. And I said, okay, coach, I believe in you.
And how many fights into your career were you at that point?
Not one.
Oh, not one?
No professional.
Yeah, because the early fights are all in Brazil. And that's kind of how you got into the UFC on short notice because you were living in Brazil, right?
I just fought 2 weeks prior to the UFC fight, short notice, against one of the ranked guys in Brazil. His name was Midnight. And I just knocked him out. It was a 5-round fight, by the way, for the title. So I knocked him out in the fourth. And that's when they said, short notice. And I was like, sound. Like, let's do it.
Yeah. If you're not living in Brazil, you don't get that fight, right?
No.
Because of the visas and all that stuff.
Exactly.
So it's amazing that you being there got you in on that. I mean, I'm sure the opportunity would have come at some other point.
Yeah, but just little crazy paths like that.
Yeah.
And you think, well, if this and that, you know what I mean? And
it's amazing.
would I have got the Cerrone fight if it was in Brazil?
Yeah.
So that's how you got to think of things.
That's incredible. So at this point, when do you think you'll fight again?
Well, I wanted to fight again before the end of the year, but my coach told me, he said, you've had 3 fights. Maybe it's good to give your body a little break because camp was so hard. Maybe have a month off. I mean, this pisses me off because if Mike Perry wasn't signed, I would have fought him. Like this, and I know he's worked up as well.
Yeah.
I would have fought him. Like we could have fought. So he's booked, and I'm not waiting.
Are you gonna train to see maybe like Ponzinibbio falls out? Will you do that sort of thing, or?
Well, I'll just be ready. It's 3 weeks before the fight. I'll just have to, take care.
I mean, it's like around Christmas time and all that. Yeah,
but like.
Actually, a little early.
It's a little earlier.
Yeah.
I'm going,
You're going to the fight?
Yeah, the UFC are taking me.
Oh, how interesting.
So,
Guest fighter?
What?
You're a guest fighter?
Guest fighter, yeah.
In Winnipeg?
Yeah, Winnipeg.
Oh, man. Have you been to Winnipeg?
Never. Where is it? Canada?
Canada, yeah. Oh, freezing in December.
Yeah. So I've just been to Poland, New York, and Canada.
Yes.
That's a fucking good life.
Yeah. How about that?
So I'm there, yeah.
Okay. When did that happen?
My coach the other day just said, the UFC want to get you there.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was like,
You'll be in the front. And then jump on. Are you going to return the favor?
I won't jump on the case. I'll just do that. I'll just go, come on, let's get it on.
Come on. Oh, man. That is my fight. That's the one I want to see.
It needs to happen.
You versus Mike, Colby versus Tyron. Let's figure that out.
Yeah.
I guess Usman's going to fight Emil Mek at this point.
Yeah, well, they're fighting.
Yeah.
Even though Usman's calling me out.
Yeah.
Vicente has just called me out, hasn't he?
Oh, yes.
He just called me out.
Did you see that fight?
I've seen a fight. He's a good fighter.
Yeah.
He really is a good fighter.
Specifically called you out.
Yeah, because he knows he knows I'm the guy to fight, the striking.
Right.
If you want to be the fans, Ariel, the fans want to see striking what I bring. They want to see that. That's why my Instagram went from 16,000 to 94.
Really?
That's what my Instagrams went. No one's ever done that. Everyone usually goes up and stays. Mine just flew up because people want to see me. People know I'm real and people know I come to fight.
Yeah.
So
Well, keep it up.
Yeah, I will.
And by the way, I owed you last week for the long distance call. That's part of the reason why I wanted to give you the donuts. All right. So I hope you'll enjoy them, and your lovely girl will enjoy them as well. I really appreciate it. I know you're on vacation, so for you to come in means a lot that you would take some time out. Thank you, Darren. I wish you all the best.
Such a pleasure.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Enjoy New